What if we convert into a bottle? That would be such a waste of time. Bottles are of no use. Oh, AumSum. Firstly, some people love chilled water. If we convert into a bottle, we may now be kept inside a refrigerator. Secondly, soft drink bottles release a lot of fizz. If we convert into a soft drink bottle, the same may now happen to us. Thirdly, glass bottles break easily. If we convert into a glass bottle, even we may start breaking easily. Lastly, some bottles can store a lot of water. If we convert into that kind of bottle, even we may now need to store a lot of water. What if we convert into a book?
Love it. AumSum loves reading books.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if we convert into a horror book, ghosts may never leave us alone. Secondly, if we convert into a crime book, we may start finding thieves everywhere. Thirdly, if we convert into a children's book, kids may never leave us alone. Fourthly, if we convert into a book, people who love reading books will be super happy. Lastly, old rusty books start losing their pages. If we convert into an old rusty book, even we may start losing our pages. What if we convert into a dumbbell?
Cool. AumSum loves exercising.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, some dumbbells are extremely heavy. If we convert into a dumbbell, even we will now become extremely heavy. Secondly, some people have a habit of throwing dumbbells after using them. If we convert into a dumbbell, the same may now happen to us. Thirdly, dumbbells don't break easily. If we convert into a dumbbell, we may now easily survive huge falls. Lastly, if we convert into a dumbbell, we may now get gym membership for free. What if we convert into a suitcase?
No need. Suitcases are so boring.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, overfilled suitcases tend to break up. If we convert into an overfilled suitcase, even we may break up. Secondly, suitcases carrying valuables are sometimes secured using huge locks. If we convert into that kind of suitcase, even we may have to carry huge locks. Thirdly, thieves love to steal suitcases. If we convert into a suitcase, thieves may grab us and take off. Lastly, if we convert into a suitcase, our wives may start using us a lot during shopping. What if we converted into a coin?
No need. AumSum has so many coins.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if we convert it into an antique coin, we may be kept in a museum. Secondly, if we convert it into a shiny coin, our family members may start wearing sunglasses. Thirdly, if we convert it into a gold coin, thieves may grab us and take off. Lastly, some coins have very odd shapes. If we convert it into an odd-shaped coin, people may start laughing at us. What if thieves had keys to everything?
No need. AumSum can open anything by magic.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if thieves had keys to everything, thieves will be present in our house even before us. Secondly, if thieves had keys to everything, all the supercars on roads will suddenly disappear. Thirdly, if thieves had keys to everything, thieves will now walk out easily from jails. Lastly, if thieves had keys to everything, huge lockers will be of no use anymore. What if we never sat down?
No big deal. AumSum never sits. He just sleeps.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if we never sat down, physicians will have a lot of work on their hands. Secondly, if we never sat down, just like horses, even we will have to get used to sleeping while standing. Thirdly, if we never sat down, sale of chairs and couches will definitely nosedive. Fourthly, if we never sat down, cars in which we can stand and drive will gain in popularity. Lastly, if we never sat down, even our pet dogs may learn how to stand. What if we looked like a pyramid?
Oh no! I just purchased a ticket for Egypt.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if we looked like a pyramid, tourists may start visiting us. Secondly, if we looked like a pyramid, mummies may start chasing us. Thirdly, if we look like a pyramid, we may actually be kept in a museum. Fourthly, if we look like a pyramid, our sharp corners may end up tearing our clothes apart. Lastly, if we look like a pyramid, aliens may start considering us as one of their own. What if we become a traffic cop?
Awesome! AumSum loves being a traffic cop.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if we become a traffic cop, traffic is very, very difficult to handle. We may actually quit on the first day itself. Secondly, if we become a traffic cop, we may start behaving like a traffic cop even at our home. Thirdly, if we become a traffic cop, we may start hearing honking sounds even in our dreams. Fourthly, if we become a traffic cop, some people may get very, very happy. They may carry the traffic signal with them wherever they go. Lastly, if we become a traffic cop, we will have no option but to follow all the traffic rules. What if cartoons disappeared?
Oh no! Will I also disappear?
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if cartoons disappeared, adults who still watch cartoons may have to reluctantly shift to a new format. Secondly, if cartoons disappeared, famous cartoon characters may have to find a new job. Thirdly, if cartoons disappeared, kids would be the unhappiest of the lot. Fourthly, if cartoons disappeared, parents might find it extremely difficult to keep their children entertained. Fifthly, if cartoons disappeared, animators, sketchers, etc., as in people who create cartoons, would have to look for a new profession. Lastly, if cartoons disappeared, kids who watch a lot of cartoons may actually start going out and playing sports. What if curtains disappeared?
Oh no! Now where will I play hide and seek?
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if curtains disappeared, people who just purchased expensive curtains will be the saddest of the lot. Secondly, if curtains disappeared, some people may start using innovative solutions to solve the curtain disappearing problem. Thirdly, if curtains disappeared, glass makers may start manufacturing opaque glass to solve the curtain disappearing problem. Fourthly, if curtains disappeared, interior decorators will have a tough job figuring out how to make the house look pretty again. Lastly, if curtains disappeared, some people may start blocking or completely removing windows from their homes. On the flip side, if curtains disappeared, people may start getting much needed sunlight inside their homes. What if Mercury disappeared?
Simple. Use magic to make it reappear.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Mercury disappeared, the smallest planet in our solar system would be missed by the other planets. Secondly, if Mercury disappeared, our sun to whom Mercury is the closest may dearly miss him. Thirdly, if Mercury disappeared, the fastest moving planet in our solar system would be sorely missed. Fourthly, if Mercury disappeared, the most cratered planet in our solar system would be missed by geologists. Fifthly, if Mercury disappeared, the second hottest planet in our solar system after Venus would no longer be visible. Lastly, if Mercury disappeared, the Roman god Mercurius, after whom Mercury is named, would surely be disappointed. What if Saturn disappeared?
Oh no! Now how will I play with its rings?
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Saturn disappeared, the second largest planet in our solar system would no longer be visible. Secondly, if Saturn disappeared, spacecraft launched by humans to research Saturn might have to head somewhere else. Thirdly, if Saturn disappeared, the most stunning, spectacular-looking planet in our solar system would no longer be visible. Fourthly, if Saturn disappeared, a planet which has featured in many movies as well as science fiction stories would be missed by many. Fifthly, if Saturn disappeared, the 82 moons of Saturn would also start drifting away in space. Lastly, if Saturn disappeared, the Roman god of agriculture after whom Saturn is named would surely be disappointed. What if Venus disappeared?
Oh no! I was just planning a trip to Venus.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Venus disappeared, the Roman goddess of love and beauty after whom Venus is named would surely be disappointed. Secondly, as Venus is similar in size and structure to Earth, it is also referred to as Earth's twin. If Venus disappeared, planet Earth would be one sad lot. Thirdly, if Venus disappeared, the hottest planet in our solar system would no longer be visible. Fourthly, Venus was the first planet on which a human spacecraft landed successfully. If Venus disappeared, space fans would be one sad lot. Fifthly, if Venus disappeared, one of the brightest objects in the sky, popularly known as morning star and evening star, would no longer be visible. Lastly, if Venus disappeared, a favorite planet of 20th century science fiction writers would no longer be visible. What if Mars disappeared?
Yikes! I was going to be the first one to land on it.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Mars disappeared, the Roman god of war, after whom Mars is named, would surely be disappointed. Secondly, Mars is known as the red planet because of the presence of large amount of iron oxide in its rocks and soil. If Mars disappeared, geologists would be one sad lot. Thirdly, if Mars disappeared, Olympus Mons, a volcano which is considered to be the highest mountain in our solar system, would also disappear. Fourthly, gravity is weak on Mars. One could jump about 3 times higher on it. If Mars disappeared, gymnasts would be one sad lot. Fifthly, if Mars disappeared, many rovers sent by humans on Mars would also disappear. Lastly, if Mars disappeared, the dream of many humans of actually putting a foot on Mars would never come true. What if Neptune disappeared?
I have Neptune's cell phone number. Let me call.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Neptune disappeared, the most distant planet in our solar system would be sorely missed by other planets. Secondly, Neptune is the only planet in our solar system not visible to the naked eye. If Neptune disappeared, space fans would be one sad lot. Thirdly, NASA's Voyager 2 is the only spacecraft which came up close to Neptune. If Neptune disappeared, other space agencies would be very disappointed. Fourthly, if Neptune disappeared, the Roman god of the sea, after whom Neptune is named, would surely be disappointed. Fifthly, Neptune is considered to be the windiest planet. If Neptune disappeared, scientists wishing to study it would be one sad lot. Lastly, Neptune has 14 known moons. If Neptune disappeared, they would have to travel a long distance to find a new planet. What if Uranus disappeared?
Don't worry. I will get it back.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Uranus disappeared, the planet famously known as the sideways planet, as it rotates on its side, would be missed by many. Secondly, Uranus was discovered by William Herschel in 1781. If Uranus disappeared, his descendants would be one sad lot. Thirdly, Uranus was the first planet to be found using a telescope. If Uranus disappeared, telescope lovers would be one sad lot. Fourthly, Uranus has 27 known moons. If Uranus disappeared, they would have to start looking for a new planet. Fifthly, Uranus is a giant ice planet, nearly 4 times larger than Earth. If Uranus disappeared, ice lovers would be one sad lot. Lastly, if Uranus disappeared, the Greek god of the sky after whom Uranus is named would surely be disappointed. What if Pluto disappeared?
Oh no, he was my best friend.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Pluto disappeared, Pluto, the largest dwarf planet in our solar system, will be missed by other dwarf planets. Secondly, New Horizons is the only spacecraft to have studied Pluto up close. If Pluto disappeared, other space agencies would surely be disappointed. Thirdly, Pluto is about 3.6 billion miles away from the Sun. If Pluto disappeared, our Sun would still miss him. Fourthly, if Pluto disappeared, the heart-shaped glacier present on it will be missed by Pluto's fans. Fifthly, Pluto's largest moon, Charon, is similar in size to Pluto. If Pluto disappeared, this unique and spectacular sight will be missed by many scientists. Lastly, if Pluto disappeared, the Roman god of the underworld after whom Pluto is named would surely be disappointed. What if computers disappeared?
No problem. Just use a calculator.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if computers disappeared, for many in the modern world, it may look like going back to the Stone Age. Secondly, if computers disappeared, people may go back to the age-old practice of writing and keeping records and books. Thirdly, many of the richest people in the world belong to the technology space. If computers disappeared, their wealth may also disappear. Fourthly, if computers disappeared, satellites, bullet trains, airplanes, modern cars, etc. may all stop working. Fifthly, if computers disappeared, computer servers worldwide will also disappear. Internet services may go down everywhere. Lastly, if computers disappeared, manufacturers of keyboards, mouse, and computer screens may have to shut down. What if crows disappeared?
No problem. Paint any bird black. It will look like a crow.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, crows consume tons of waste each year. If crows disappeared, diseases as well as bad odor may spread more rapidly. Secondly, crows are considered to play an important role in Hinduism. If crows disappeared, Hindus would be one sad lot. Thirdly, some scientists consider crows to be amongst the smartest animals. If crows disappeared, animals as a whole would be one sad lot. Fourthly, a single crow family is said to eat close to 40,000 insects in one nesting season. If crows disappeared, gardeners may be one sad lot. Fifthly, if crows disappeared, snakes and hawks which feed on crows would be one sad lot. Lastly, crows have featured in many Hollywood horror movies. If crows disappeared, directors will have to find new recruits. What if number 0 disappeared?
Yes, now I will never get 0 in my tests.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, it is widely believed that 0 was invented in ancient India. If number 0 disappeared, Indians would be one sad lot. Secondly, if number 0 disappeared, the remaining numbers, as in 1 to 9, would definitely start missing their senior-most number. Thirdly, if number 0 disappeared, many mathematicians might take up a new profession. Fourthly, computers at their core level work on zeros and ones. If number 0 disappeared, all of them might stop working. Fifthly, if number 0 disappeared, people might not be able to calculate how much money they exactly have in their bank accounts. Lastly, if number 0 disappeared, many students might start replacing math with some other subject. What if Sunday disappeared?
Oh no, I drink chocolate milkshake on Sundays.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if Sunday disappeared, people who love to work without a break may get very happy. Secondly, if Sunday disappeared, work may get much more hectic. People may start quitting their jobs. Thirdly, if Sunday disappeared, instead of considering Saturday and Sunday as weekends, some people might start considering Friday and Saturday as a weekend. Fourthly, many people visit parks, malls, movie halls, etc. on Sundays. If Sunday disappeared, these places might start appearing empty. Fifthly, people travel a lot on weekends. If Sunday disappeared, tourism industry might suffer huge losses. Lastly, if Sunday disappeared, in order to avoid backlash from the public, government officials might rename Monday as Sunday. What if washing machines disappeared?
No problem. My clothes are always clean.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if washing machines disappeared, one may start seeing people wearing dirty clothes everywhere. Secondly, if washing machines disappeared, people may have to revert back to the age-old practice of manually washing and drying their clothes. Thirdly, if washing machines disappeared, some people may start taking extreme precautions to make sure that their clothes remain clean. Fourthly, if washing machines disappeared, inventor of self-cleaning clothes may become a billionaire overnight. Fifthly, if washing machines disappeared, everyone may try to avoid getting clothes washing duty. Lastly, if washing machines disappeared, people running a laundry business may have to shut their shop. What if kitchens disappeared?
Oh no! Now how will I get my burgers and pizzas?
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if kitchens disappeared, people who love to cook would be extremely disappointed. Secondly, if kitchens disappeared, sale of fruits may skyrocket. Many people may suddenly become more fit. Thirdly, if kitchens disappeared, Like old times, people may start camping and preparing food outdoors. Fourthly, if kitchens disappeared, people may start lining up to buy canned as well as prepackaged food. Fifthly, if kitchens disappeared, five-star restaurants may have to close down. Room rates in five-star hotels may plummet. Lastly, if kitchens disappeared, chefs would have to look for a new profession. What if keychains disappeared?
Oh no! All my favorite keychains!
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if keychains disappeared, people who have a huge collection of unique keychains would be sorely disappointed. Secondly, many people have gotten used to identifying their keys based on their keychain. If keychains disappeared, these people would be extremely confused. Thirdly, if keychains disappeared, some rich people hiding their wealth in gold or diamond-studded keychains may suddenly become bankrupt. Fourthly, if keychains disappeared, key manufacturers may start designing fancy keys so that people don't miss their keychains. Fifthly, some people use extremely personalized keychains. If keychains disappeared, these people would become extremely sad. Lastly, if keychains disappeared, keychain manufacturers would have to shut their shop. What if vacuum cleaners disappeared?
I don't need them. I keep everything extremely clean.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, some modern vacuum cleaners are extremely efficient in making homes dust-free. If vacuum cleaners disappeared, people who are allergic to dust would be extremely disappointed. Secondly, many people prefer using vacuum cleaners to clean their cars. If vacuum cleaners disappeared, people would go back to the traditional way of cleaning cars. Thirdly, vacuum cleaners are a must for households owning a pet. If vacuum cleaners disappeared, people may start noticing fallen pet hair everywhere. Fourthly, if vacuum cleaners disappeared, homes of many people may not look that prim and proper anymore. Fifthly, if vacuum cleaners disappeared, people performing house cleaning duties may increase their hourly rates. Lastly, if vacuum cleaners disappeared, everyone may try to avoid getting room cleaning duties. What if we could fly?
Why, what if? I can already fly.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if we could fly, birds who were till now dominating the sky would suddenly start getting some intense competition. Secondly, if we could fly, Superman would suddenly start getting intense competition from everywhere. Thirdly, if we could fly, there might not be any need of a spacecraft. Astronauts might try to fly directly to the moon. Fourthly, if we could fly, stairs as well as lifts would not be required anymore. People might start entering their homes via windows. Fifthly, if we could fly, there would suddenly be no need of airplanes and helicopters. Lastly, if we could fly, roads and cars would be of no use. Long traffic lines would be a thing of the past. What if diseases disappeared?
Yippee! No more injections!
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if diseases disappeared, the number of centenarians, as in people living up to 100 years, may shoot up exponentially. Secondly, if diseases disappeared, world population may suddenly skyrocket. Finding a place to live will not be easy anymore. Thirdly, if diseases disappeared, families may suddenly get bigger. Children may be able to meet up with their great-great-grandfathers. Fourthly, if diseases disappeared, nurses as well as doctors may have to find a new profession. Lastly, if diseases disappeared, many hospitals may suddenly become almost vacant. What if everyone starts moving as fast as a bullet train?
Impossible. Nobody can move as fast as me.
Oh, AumSum. Firstly, if everyone starts moving so fast, Cheetah, the fastest animal on Earth, would become extremely jealous of us. Secondly, if everyone starts moving so fast, superheroes might need to look for a new profession. Thirdly, if everyone starts moving so fast, bullet trains will not be needed anymore. People may start running to go from one place to another. Fourthly, if everyone starts moving so fast, roads may not be required anymore. Jogging tracks may start coming up everywhere. Fifthly, if everyone starts moving so fast, everyone may participate in marathons. All previous marathon records will be broken. Lastly, if everyone starts moving so fast, people may stop using vehicles. Pollution levels may come down drastically.